What is going on, my people? Welcome to another episode of Everyday Cars. Whatever time of the day you're listening, wherever in the world that you're listening from, we're so glad to have you here with us today. So, basically, today we're going to take a look at a topic that is brewing. It's been raging for, I would say, a couple of years now, and that is why are cars so expensive in Jamaica? And really, I want to let you know that it's not just Jamaica. Cars are expensive all over the world. However, we're gonna zone it in from a Jamaican perspective. Look at some of the reasons why car prices are going up and probably give you a few tips on how to spot bargains. Okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so let's look into one of the main contributors of the prices that we're viewing today for both new and used cars, which is the chip shortage. And when we say chip shortage, we're not talking about chips in your phone, we're talking about chips that power the vehicles. And these basically, as you can see on your screen, these are semiconductor chips that power critical systems that you need. It powers your navigation. It powers how you speak to the vehicle in terms of some vehicles have Apple CarPlay, you have voice commands, all those things. Your navigation, your touch screen display, all those things, your ECU. So the chip shortage is a major contributor to the prices that we're seeing currently today. If my voice is coming over a bit hazy, I'm kind of under the weather, so let me apologize for that. But moving forward, so what caused the chip shortage to begin with? And the main contributor of the chip shortage was the global pandemic. Everybody remember, lockdown, the whole world was on lockdown. Nobody could really do anything. Okay, no manufacturing could take place. So we ended up with a situation where a lot of these factories all over the world that produce these chips, a lot of the mining that goes into place to find the rare earth minerals to produce most of these chips, we were all on lockdown. So that created a huge back order, which we are still facing up to today. And if you look further, this article was done in October 2023, where it says the semiconductor shortage has been an ongoing problem since 2022, causing a series of bottlenecks for the chip manufacturers and the industries that rely on them. Due to these barriers, the global semiconductor industry is predicted to decrease 67.4 billion in revenue from the last year to present, necessitating a plan that combats a shortage and produces enough chips to meet an everlasting demand. So we can see here where the chip shortage is an ongoing problem. From the pandemic until now, the back order has been so great because we're moving into a technological time now in terms of motor vehicles where manufacturers are pushing the boundary in terms of technology in vehicles and those things. I mean, 20 years ago, having an infotainment center in your car that basically can mimic the latest smartphone was unheard of. I mean, think about it. Lane departure warning, forward collision warnings, self-driving cars, all those kind of things. The technology has gotten to a point where 10 years ago, 15 years ago, a lot of these capabilities of these modern cars would be unheard of. Your infotainment system is basically a laptop in your car. It's so responsive. It's like a smartphone. You touching a smartphone and it does what you're doing like in microseconds. So the chips are needed for manufacturers to put coding and all those things on it so that the various functions of your car can operate to the optimum standard. Another issue that consumers are facing when trying to get a motor vehicle is that not everybody can go into their pockets and take out $3.5 million, $5 million to buy a car. And to be honest with you, if you want a brand new car, meaning when I say a brand new car, you want to go into whether it be Toyota Jamaica, Jaguar Land Rover, Stewart, any one of them, ATL, to take out to buy a brand new car, I would say, I'll put it conservatively and say the average price of a brand new car now is basically about $5 million JA. And as I said, that is probably a conservative estimate. Yeah, so I want you to look at your screen right now, and what you are seeing is the comparison between car loans from various banks. And this is a website I found called Compare. I'll leave a link to them in the description. You can go ahead and check it out yourself. But basically, we see CIBC, new car loan. Typically, the interest rate starts from 7%, and you can, well, they offer up to 100% financing, up to 8 years to repay. And if we're looking at that, we're looking at the best, basically the best deal possible right now, which is 7%, up to 100% financing and 8 years to repay. Just a disclaimer, this is not something that I got from the bank, and I am sure that everybody's case will be handled differently. But this is just an estimate, basically. So we're looking at a monthly repayment of $49,806 per month. And as I said, this is a conservative estimate. I'm sure that everybody will be dealt with on a per case basis. But this is basically just a rough kind of thing to look at to say, okay, what would it probably cost? And I would say if you get this for, because the metrics I put in this is for a $5 million loan. If you get this for a $5 million loan in Jamaica, you need to run with it. I say no more. We take a look at also NCB, new car loan, and typically the interest is 6.99%, and that works out to a $5 million loan over a 8 year period, no, a 7 year period rather. So that works out to basically a monthly repayment of $49,790. Again, disclaimer, not something from the bank. It's a website I found which compares auto loans over Jamaica. But what we can see here is basically that the banks are now pushing customers to basically take out a brand new car. However, not everybody can afford a brand new car, because even if we are saying, all right, these are the best terms, we know Jamaica is not the richest country. A lot of people in Jamaica are still surviving, and I say surviving on minimum wage. So to take, say, $50,000 from a monthly salary in Jamaica for a car loan, that is still a lot for, that's still more than what most people can actually afford. So the new car prices are what they are. The banks, the reps in the banks, the loan officers, they want you to take out new cars because it benefits them with commission and all those things. Because we know that the banks basically, I think it was what's it now that the year cut off for you can get a newly imported car. I think the year, I'll definitely figure it out, but the year, I think the year now is 2017. Nothing below 2017. You can't get a loan for a newly imported car below the age of 2017. However, if you look at it, in a lot of cases, if you're gonna take out a newly imported car, when I say a newly imported car, I mean a car that comes from the Japan market. It's new used, meaning it's never been registered in Jamaica before, versus a brand new car that you purchase from ATL or one of those manufacturers, Honda or any one of them. So, a lot of cases, the newly imported car, what you would pay for the loan on a monthly basis, it equates to the same in taking out a brand new car. So, the banks are now incentivizing customers to forego the newly imported market and to move over to the brand new car space. And you said to yourself, but no man, if banks are incentivizing new cars, that means a newly imported car scene is supposed to be lucrative then. I should be able to get deals in there because if the banks are not really pushing it, then they would want the cars to go out so that they would lower no wrong. The newly imported car space, it's kinda stalling right now. Reason being, persons are skipping over the newly imported car and are more gravitating to used cars. And when I say people, I mean the average person who cannot afford to go to the bank to take out a loan to pay 60 or $70,000 per month for a new car. That person is always going to gravitate to the used car market. So when they are gravitating to the used car market now, the persons in the middle, which is the newly imported cars, those are staying longer on the car marts. Those persons are saying, okay, then it seems like I'm gonna have to pull back from selling as many newly imported cars, and then they jump into the used car market. Now, the thing with the used car market, it is very volatile because deals are not always available in the used car market. So when the dealers come now and they see a used car selling at a deal, they are going to snap it up first. When they snap it up, they put their markup and so forth on it, and then the price goes back up. So it's almost like a dog chasing its own tail. If you go and buy a car from a private seller, best believe you will probably get the best deal there because a dealer is going to buy that car, probably spend a little money and fix it up, bring it up to what their dealership standard is, and then they're going to sell it back for a profit, which creates a rotating table of the consumer not being able to afford a new car, not being able to afford a newly imported car because the banks aren't giving loans on them, and in turn, not being able to afford a used car because the dealers have bought them and put them on their lots and selling them at a markup. So, now I know why cars are so expensive in Jamaica, but everyday cars, how can I spot deals? This website that I am scrolling through is called jacars.net. I will leave the link to the website in the description. You can basically go on this website, type in what you're looking for in terms of make, model, price bracket that you're looking for. Dealers all over Jamaica advertise with them. And here's where you can find deals. Also, check the marketplace. I know people are kind of afraid of Facebook Marketplace now because a lot of people are being scammed and so forth. Check the marketplace, check the classifieds, check the gleaner. I mean, research before you buy a car to ensure that you're getting the right price and you're not just settling, but at the end of the day, when you make a purchase, you are happy and comfortable with what you have bought because a car is a commitment. Okay? And a lot of times it's not a commitment that you can just get rid of easily. Because just like how you spend time to buy it, it's gonna take time to sell back if something goes wrong and it's just not the fit for you. So I hope this video was informative for you. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let's know what are your thoughts on the whole car price thing in Jamaica. Is it reasonable price? Is it overpriced? Let me know. Share the video so somebody else can be educated on the same topic. Until next time, have yourself a blessed day.